Over 2 billion of his followers span the globe in every town, village, and hamlet. Yet very few understand his message. In this 26-part series, we look at the practical meanings behind his simple messaging and how they shape belief. Join us now for part 2, How True Love Forgives Enemies. Most of us will fail in our professional careers, our personal lives, or our relationships based on unforgiveness. At these times, people typically turn to motivational speakers, yoga, or tantras to quell their inner demons. But as children, you kept it simple by simply dropping to your knees and asking God to help you out of your troubles. Never give up when the going gets rough. As an adult, you may still pray for assistance, but this is merely to request that the Creator responds to your wants like a genie in a lamp. But what happens if you rub the lamp long enough and hard enough without a response? That's right, unbelief. At these critical junctures, committed relationships break down and fall apart between both participants. But I'm here to tell you that after 3 decades of assisting people, the answer is right in front of your face through forgiveness. According to Matthew 18:34, if we do not forgive, then the Lord will turn us over to the tormentors. In essence, unforgiveness places us in a spiritual prison and gives the devil permission to torment us. In short, God cannot answer prayer through a hurting spirit unless it is preceded by the prayer to forgive the people we deem wronged us. Now, this is an important fact, especially if you have been trying to tackle a problem in your life for years. If you consider these things as tormenting you, then who must you forgive? For what torments one person does not the next. Are you currently experiencing financial problems, personal problems, or relationship struggles? Then most likely forgiveness or someone who does not even share your space any longer to be responsible for your problems. After you release the negative memories of the enemies in your list, you will find that a lot of your work problems, social problems, and home problems will magically seem to fade away. Now, they won't fade away at once, but your opinions about those circumstances will. You see, for as long as I have assisted individuals and couples, I can tell you that nobody has an adult issues that rob their happiness. That's right. None of us has an adult issues, simply child issues magnified by an unforgiving spirit that even the prayer of Jabez couldn't lift from your consciousness. Jesus Christ himself showed us the way to forgive these folks throughout his entire life through his actions. It would have been one thing if he had just spoken of forgiveness, like one of your friends, but never truly followed through. Well, even Christ's last words spoken on earth were to forgive them, Father, for they know not what they have done. Once I learned and understood this piece of the puzzle, as a child, it began to bring me peace. In Jeremiah 31:34, God speaks of forgiveness by saying, I will forgive their wickedness and I will remember their sins no more. Now, most people understand how a God can forgive. They feel this is easier said on the part of God instead of humans because each of us has gone through something. We hold grudges against people who have wronged us in our past and say things like, I can forgive them, but I can never forget what they've done to me. Now, okay, I can accept that. The human mind has a good memory of the wrongs that have been done to it. But the challenge and solution is not in seeing what has been done wrong to you, but in changing the meaning of those wrongs. As you hear my voice, everything that has gotten you to this point in life has either been a gradual change or complete compromise since childhood. For example, a child has no desire for either the vegetables like broccoli, beets, or squash. But show me that same child as an adult, and I will show you a person that has changed their vegetable appetite. Life follows this pattern, especially in the area of forgiveness. If you want to forgive a person, simply change how you see the event they put you through. Since necessary evils enter all of our lives, simply understand that this person acted out of the same immaturity that you once carried. Simultaneously, understand that the Creator allowed you to go through that circumstance as when Jesus uttered these words about God in the Sermon on the Mount. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and on the unjust. Change the way you see the event and understand the phrase, hurting people hurt people. Now, typically, I find that if someone has hurt you, then they have been hurt in the same fashion. This is why Jesus spoke the phrase, forgive them, for they know not what they do. If they actually knew that they were killing innocent Jesus, it would have been affected their conscience long before they hoisted him up to the cross. It would have not have taken his death before the guard had changed his heart, once the blood and water of Christ were sprayed upon him. In John 20:23, Jesus tells his disciples about forgiveness by saying, if you forgive anyone his sins, they are forgiven. If you do not forgive them, they are not forgiven. This passage rings true for me because I believe that forgiveness is like a gift. In truth, when I taught people in person, at seminars or on the radio, I always said that you have to break down the word forgiveness into two parts to understand it. I told them that to imagine the word forgive as a gift, using the prefix for and the word forgive. In forgiveness, you are giving your enemy a gift before they are even able to receive it, or you are capable of giving it. To forgive is a gift in advance of the participants becoming better persons. This is the way of God and Jesus Christ. If they had to wait around until you become a better person to be able to forgive you, that might be a very long wait indeed. In order to be free of what torments you in life, work, and relationships, let the person you hold the biggest grudge for go. Release them from the jail cell in your mind of past hurts. Or even the courts on earth release murderers after they have served their time. Maybe you can let your parents go for harming you in a way that the messenger would deem forgivable.